Welcome back to Joe's Toolbox Exchange. Today we're going to be showing how to drill a snap-on lock without damaging most of the components. This is only going to remove the plug from the lock, and I think this is the most cost-effective way to get into a box where you do not have the key. I know you can order a key from Snap-on, but this process can sometimes take a couple of days or a couple of weeks, and if you need it into your box today, that isn't always an option. Maybe you lost your key, or it's at your house and you're at work and you don't have time to go home and get your key and you just want to get into your box that day. I see a lot of guys drill their locks and they do it to the point that you destroy the entire tumbler system, and this can be over $50 to replace. With this method, you're really only destroying, they call it a plug. The plug is very easy to pull on most boxes. I'll show how to do that in a second, but if you just destroy the plug, you can replace it pretty cost effectively, because these, I keep a bunch of in stock here because a lot of boxes come without keys and I don't want to wait 2 weeks to get a key. So if I do this, I can have a new lock ready to sell the box the same day that it comes in. And these are only about $15 on eBay, because a lot of guys, when they buy a new box or a locker or a hutch, they key it to match their old one. And when Snap-on sells them a new lock, they have these old plugs that are pretty much worthless to them, so you can pick them up for next to nothing. So for that reason, this is the method I have for rekeying boxes. Really quick, if you want to come over here, I'll show. If you have your key and just want to swap the plug, you may not have to do any of this. All you do, you just put the key in, spin it till it clicks. When it clicks, you turn it all the way, apply pressure, and then most of the time you get it to click. Oh, missed it. There it is. So once you feel that final click, that's your plug. So this is the piece that we're actually drilling and destroying, and the method we're going to be using is to knock out these pins. So we're drilling through the top of the lock all the way through the lock to hit this pin, and if you do it right, it's not that hard. You won't destroy the lock, and you can just then take one of these. Once the old one is removed, slide it in, relock the box, and there you go. So today we're drilling a lock, and these are all the components. If you usually drill your lock, you lose this piece. This piece combined with this piece is twice the price. These are like $50. So, and they do not go on eBay or anywhere else cheap. So you're gonna end up buying one of these brand new, and you're still gonna have to drill your lock to even get to the point you can remove this, because the nut is on the inside of the toolbox. So if you just do it this way, you don't have to replace all of it. And we might speed this up because sometimes it takes time. What I like to do is take a microfiber cloth, because you are gonna have some really hot shrapnel coming out of it, and it can damage the finish on the top of the box. This box here does not have a key, unfortunately. How crazy would that be if the spare worked? Not that lucky today. Okay. So the lock is in the locked position, and then you can see over here when the box has the numbers on the bottom and is in the locked position. This is how your tumbler currently is. This pin is at the 12 o'clock position, which lines up with the top of the lock. So if you put your drill bit in here and drill through the lock, you will hit this pin, and that's going to be able to have the lock removed freely. I like to start on a small drill bit and work my way up. And you'll feel it go. You'll feel it go right there. So that's where I feel like it is. And sometimes you can check. We're about that far into the lock. We might want to go a bit farther. That was it. You see it sunk in? Boom, we're good. Then I move up to a little bit larger drill bit. And exactly above it. Now, your plug pulls. Once the plug is all the way out, if you look inside of here, we've caused no damage to the cylinder itself. So we can slide the new lock in that we have a key for. Sometimes a bit tricky. obvious. I look like an idiot now. This lock was actually turned slightly. So take a screwdriver. See if I can't get it manually. All right, so there's locked. Don't shut the drawer. And then we're gonna see if we can unlock it. Okay. So if you want to show in here, you see this part right here. It's a little bit hard to see if I can zoom. You want this part, this little nipplet, to be facing all the way up. It's also a good point to lubricate the lock, although you can do it later. This would be the time you'd want to lubricate the inside of it. And now this key. While you're playing with it, I would just still recommend you got this part. Leave the drawer open until you know it's good, because if it's not, you can still at least pull the lock in the back. But all the drawers are locked and unlocked. So I trust it enough now to shut the drawers. And this is the new key. As you can see, this is the one here we drilled. It's got a hole punched straight through it all the way to the back. And now we have toolbox locked, unlocked. So like I said, this works really great. If you need it in your toolbox that day, you can just punch the plug. Snap-on calls it a lock plug. And then when your dealer gets around to it, you can just order a new plug. So you don't have to replace all of the mechanisms. You can do it with a really small drill bit in about 2 seconds. So that would be my recommendation. So I appreciate you guys watching, and until next time, thank you.